All right, here we go again. Buckle up. So, when we look at, I wasn't going to get online, but something came up. I was just going to go relax somewhere. But okay, so these tie in together. It's DHS, and it also touches on what happened with DNI and Tulsi there. So this guy wants to bring up Senator Duckworth, Senator letter. She didn't check the law, and that she has no lawful basis for saying what she's saying, but yet DHS does. What's this guy's name? He's not their IG, but a former IG, was stating that it's highly unusual that they're actually invoking this IG Act of 1978. I guess it's a law, but it's the secretary allows for the secretary to prohibit an inspector general from carrying out or completing an audit or investigation if they feel doing so would harm national security. Now, this is the idea. It's the same idea as why immigration shouldn't be civil law; it should be criminal law, because the world changed. Deep state will screw with some area in DHS. Even the deep state is screwing with DHS with all these people protesting, but they're not really protesting. They're engaged in felony crime. And that's affecting the product. And of course, the optics and everything else. So I'm sure as soon as possible, if it could be arranged today, they would. Somebody's going to push the buttons and it's going to be a criminal offense to come across that border. Now, we don't want to put somebody in jail for 90 days because they came across the border. But there's a chance they would be, depending on how fast they can be deported. And generally, if you make it into the United States and you're picked up later, you will generally do, unless there's some streamlined system they put you into, you'll do 90 days in jail before you're deported. It just needs to be enough of the civil bullshit. Because actually, like I said, ICE has more jurisdiction and authority with that population that they are charged with enforcing the law around than any law enforcement entity that's not civil, quote unquote. And they do charge people with criminal offenses. They are fully authorized law enforcement officers. So again, why isn't it criminal? Because the humble immigrant did exist. I would say probably Mariel. Again, Irish, and they did some crazy stuff, but it's not like it is today. We're speaking about mass predatory behavior from the immigrant class. Like I said, if those agents came into a U.S. citizen's house, somebody that was born here, had no ties to anything corrupt, and even if they did some corrupt, they did respect it. Say, well, what are you here for? Like, that's how, I mean, go on there, you can see it. What are you here for? Even people that are like pedophiles. Right. I mean, yeah, some act out, but the majority are like, oh, well, yeah, okay. Well, this is what encourages our young people not to do what they're supposed to do. I mean, the Chicano movement had a place, a time and a place, and it was right at that time and place. But to apply this to all the bullshit and the protecting of the narcos, no way. Because that's what it is. They're teaching everybody how to be a Chicano and stand up for your rights. But again, it's combined with the anarchists. So they're all, this Chicano movement, stand up for your rights, to do what? Protect the narco? To bring drugs in here? To traffic even another immigrant? Now, I'm telling you, the way those cultures work, and this is why we require assimilation. but it's going the other way. Our country's assimilating into the other countries as they come here. And it's destroying everything. They don't care if they get laundered money from sex trafficking, as long as put me in with it. But it's just as bad. So the idea that this law is somehow wrong to be used or invoked because nobody invoked it. When we went to war in World War II, we hadn't invoked war since when? 2018 or something. So again, it's this idiocy in the mind. So who's out there really supporting anti-ICE? Just let me be and let me smoke my cannabis. Well, actually, psilocybin mushrooms. Well, I think I'll take a couple pills with that. Up, you're dead, fentanyl. That's who we're supposed to listen to? Minnesota? So again, the idea is this. Like I said with Tulsi, I didn't realize it actually extended to DHS, but it does. She's not doing anything wrong. The whistleblower is a scammer looking for their fame. I bet you that whistleblower was under investigation. So again, it's Duckworth didn't do her homework. And in fact, the whistleblower over in Tulsi, DNI arena, that's much worse. That's not even supposed to make the light of day. Even if you're a whistleblower and you're an attorney, you go somewhere. Now, who's doing the leaking? I mean, the FBI will have to look at that one. Did the Gang of Eight leak it? Who leaked it? You're not allowed to leak that. So again, this is the reality of why DHS would use that provision. Because it's not honest. The IGs aren't honest. I've told you that for years. The IG for the Justice Department actually psyoped me. And they returned something from an investigation and didn't sign it. There's no name. And they sent it, I forget what date it was. It was all sent for spycraft purpose of assassination. You can like Horowitz all you like, but he's a player. It's the highest bidder, I'm sure. Of course, Duckworth will like. You know, she's political. So again, this also ties in, the times have changed, but the laws haven't. Again, I told you that even the criminal conspiracy laws need to be updated somehow. But I think you did that, you said, with material support of terrorism and a couple other things. And all that this all goes back to when Holder was in the Justice Department, and somebody, and again, Republicans had initially come against it, but now they're understanding the requirement to rein in members of the media that go over a certain line. And again, it's the line of, I wouldn't even say there's plenty of media people that go over that line, but again, go over that line and then it's by a lot. Right? Well, because the time has changed. It's not that was my point. It's not like Walter Cronkite, who thinks of the nation first and journalism second. Because why? Because that's the basis for journalism. Without this nation being protected, then journalism falls, and it has. I mean, it's all crap all day, just crap. It's not embellishments. It's out and out fraud. It's not happening the way they say it. The law, the rules and laws, I just read this morning. I'm like, that's bullshit. It's not even questionable. It hasn't been questioned the whole time. But again, the idea was spying, getting to the point of just simply releasing information for the sake of spying. So you have these countries where their women and their children are being raped in Europe. I mean, a little bit more than it is here. And they're going to, they say F ICE. I mean, have you ever seen such self-destructive, ignorant pieces of garbage? Like, oh yeah, we'll listen to you over there. And like I said, it takes me back to when I was in the Sinai in MFO, was pulling some duty at headquarters, and there was a guy there that was a Dutch radio man, a communications guy, and he's talking shit about the 101st. And he goes, I had respect until there, and I have no respect. I'm like, what? Well, yeah. And Trump did say you'd all be speaking German. Meanwhile, we are the power of MFO, Right. Then after we rotated, it was the first rotation for the 9th Infantry. Before it was just 82nd and 101st. We handed it over to 9th Infantry, and I think the Sergeant Major, was it? I think it was the Sergeant Major I'm thinking of. And he was a Ranger, so he was in good hands. Actually, my father was 9th Infantry in one of the wars, rare in World War II. So it was a familiar patch when I saw it. Well, stay peaceful and understand times are changing, but it doesn't mean what somebody's doing is wrong. Now, they could be wrong. If you go back to the Biden and the Obama administration, we'd see wrong use of that. But all right, stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do. Praise God.